See, hope my camera focuses. Focuses. What is up, everybody? Oh, wait. Let me set the mood if I can figure out the new phone. This is the first time I went live with my new phone, so there we go. Yeah. Yeah! Sorry. Had to do it. James Hetfield, he would be... What is up, everybody? Z3 KO Trinity here. Welcome back to the season finale of the horror vlog. No, it is not the end of the horror vlogs. The horror vlogs are just beginning. But I am stopping the season of my show. Starting this Sunday. It'll be the very last episode I put up Sunday. And then I'm going to take me a break, get my shit together, and then start up my YouTube channel once again of a season 2. But today's topic for the horror vlog, I want to discuss to you guys about hospitals. Hospitals, and more importantly, insane asylums. Do you guys believe in the shock therapy treatment? That just seems scary in itself. Where you take somebody who is going through a lot, somebody who has a lot of damage going on up here, and they take those metal pulse things, clear, and just shock your brain to where you forget everything, where you forget all about what it is that's driving you insane. What are you guys' thoughts on those? Do you think it's good that we have electrotherapy? Or do you think that it is scary for electric therapy? Hello, spooks. El Manuel, thank you for joining. I've seen it in Cult of Chucky, Wrong Turn, and AHS. Yes. One of the most well-known moments in movies with electroshock therapy happens to be Child's Play 1. Child's Play 1, one of the scariest scenes ever, where he shocks the doctor repeatedly until he dies. What about lobotomites, like in the movie Sucker Punch? Well, it's similar, yeah. I agree with that, too. Yeah. Screw the lobotomites. Well, have you guys... Well, I know you haven't been in a mental hospital. If you have, no offense or nothing like that. It's not what I was meaning. My internet went down. Oh, that sucks, El Manuel. But one of the scariest things to me would be waking up into some kind of hospital, or just going into a hospital and getting admitted in there without my consent, without me fully agreeing to it, and then, you're already scared, you're already panicking, and the doctors come in with those syringes and just control you. They hold you down, they sedate you. I mean, the whole idea is terrifying. Very, very terrifying. Today I'm going to be discussing 3 different ways that hospitals is scary. You said it wrong, but yes, where they stab the person and go into their brain to keep them from remembering anything. Yeah, well, it's been a while since I've seen Sucker Punch, so... But, the first movie I want to talk to you guys about is an old movie. It stars Halle Berry, and it is one of the best movies I have ever watched. It's a classic movie. If you guys have heard about it, it's called Gothica. And, yeah, I do think it's a scary movie. A lot of people says that it's not considered a scary movie. But I would put it in the category of it. Because the whole idea behind this movie is rape. And yeah, that's scary in itself. But what it's about Halle Berry's character. She is a psychologist who goes in and talks to the people that's in this prison-like hospital, and she's talking to this young woman who says that the devil appears every night and has its way with her. Well, she tells her that it's, just her mind going back to her stepfather. Because apparently her stepfather used to uh, rape her and touch her and stuff like that. So she's just saying that this devil is just your mind's way of creating your stepfather over again. But Halle Berry, she's married to like the main warden guy, and she's kind of like real happy where she's at. Everything seems to be going good for her life. Robert Downey Jr.'s character in the movie, he seems to have a crush on her, but he still is kind of like a best friend. He's kind of like the third wheel of that little relationship thing that they got going on. But she gets possessed. She sees this woman when she's coming home. She's all wrapped up in a towel. She looks like, some kind of ghost or like she's been in an accident. Well, Halle Berry almost, hits her. She swerves out the way, gets out of the vehicle, and the woman catches on fire. And then she puts her hands on her head like this. And then all of a sudden, boom, Halle Berry wakes up. She's inside the prison as a patient. Now, at this point, she has no idea what's going on. She's scared. She wants answers. Of course, the nurses come in. Sedate her, sedate her. She's going cray-cray. So, but without giving away a lot of the story, because this movie is basically one big kind of plot twist leading up towards the end, and it's a classic movie. I've seen it a long time ago. Every period, I would watch it. Just on occasion, it would come up and I would watch it. It's just a really good movie. Has a really good story, really cool plot twist to it. Has a really cool ending. So yeah, if I was you guys, I would give it a chance if you have not seen this movie. It's called Gothica with Halle Berry, Robert Downey Jr. It is very good. I would rate that movie a 10 out of 10 because it was really good. Just a all-around great story. But wouldn't that be scary though? Like if you guys just saw a ghost or saw something and you went to tell someone about it. You went to tell the cops about it. You went to tell a hospital about it or something. And then they just admit you to a hospital because they think you're crazy. That is terrifying in itself. Having nobody believe you. Having nobody trust you. They all think you're crazy. Just, that's scary in itself. And it's sad. Because the more you try to explain yourself, the more they think you're crazy and the more they want to sedate you and all that stuff. But, yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, does that idea terrify you guys? Of people thinking that you're crazy, thinking that you are just like they don't believe you because you've either made up stories in the past or just the fact that they don't believe you. See, a long time ago, my dad, he used to always think that I would turn out to be some kind of killer because I watched a lot of scary movies when I was growing up. I just like scary movies. I don't like the killing in them. I don't like wank the whole whack-a-mole looking at the the killings in the movies. That's not what it's about to me. But Yeah, he would. There was several times. I think you're going to turn out to be a killer. So that got on my nerves. So I killed him. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just the thought of like nobody believing you is kind of scary. Um, change it up a little bit. I don't like that. Let me go to glow. There we go. No. All right, we'll go normal. So, the next movie I want to talk to you guys. It's related to Gothica, but it is in a way different. It's a new movie. Well, not really new. It's been out for a little while, but it's a movie I like to call Unsane. Now, it took me a while to watch this. I bought it when it first came out, put it on my shelf, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch Unsane. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. And I always end up doing something different. But it stars Claire Foy, from the director of Contagion and Side Effects. I've never seen either. Is that a word? I've never seen either of those. But the front of the box is pretty cool. It has like a normal kind of picture. Flipped, it's like a psycho version. And it says, is she or isn't she? The basis of this movie is you're trying to figure out when you're watching this movie is whether or not this girl is actually crazy. Yeah, just like I need to watch Wolf Cop 2 and the Killjoy movies. The reason why I haven't watched Killjoy movies that you let me borrow is because Alexis doesn't like those. So I'm waiting until I take her back home. And then I'm going to marathon them. Wolf Cop 2, that one it's the same thing. Like, oh, I need to watch it today. And then I end up doing something different. But Unsane, surprisingly, was very, very good. Put it in. It's not really B-rated, but it kind of feels like a B-rated movie. But this girl, she had apparently suffered in the past from a stalker. This guy, he claims to love her. He's followed her around. He's laid his hands on her. I mean, she just was a victim of a stalker. Well, it messed with her so bad that she ended up moving from her hometown, going to a whole new city, and she's still trying to adjust. And the whole beginning of the movie is her trying to just live a normal life. She's works at a bank. She goes to a bar. She's just trying to rebuild her life. But everywhere she goes, she thinks about that stalker. Thinks that he's still after her. Thinks that she still sees him. So she ends up going to this hospital, and she is talking to the woman and telling her about her feelings and stuff like that, just trying to get some help. She's depressed, she has bad anxieties, and she just wanted somebody to talk to. Well, when she ends up at this hospital, the woman that she's talking to, she's like, have you ever had thoughts of suicide? And she was like, well, yeah, back a long time ago, but I don't so much now. And she was like, well, we have to admit you. And she's like a little confused, like, what do you mean? And then the nurse comes in, she's telling her to strip down, and she's like, why? There's no reason. I just needed somebody to talk to, that's all. I'm not crazy. I don't have to do this. And they're like, you either strip down or I will force the clothes off of you. That's what I do on a typical date night. But yeah, just it takes off from there. That's where the whole start. She's in this hospital. She's like, I'm gonna get out. I'm calling the cops, saying that y'all's keeping me in here. But as the movie progresses, she starts seeming a little bit off the wall. I look so bright. I'm just shining. Shining like a diamond. Like a diamond. Woo! But yeah, this movie was surprisingly good. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was going to end shitty, but it had a really good ending. The only thing that I'm going to say about this, so it won't like spoil nothing for you guys, is if you do watch this movie, the very end, are you insane? I might be, I don't know. Movie style. But when you guys watch this, when you get to the ending of this movie, I want you to think about Stephen King's Misery, okay? So when you get to the end of this movie and you see the ending, credit starts rolling, I want you to think of Stephen King's Misery and compare the two, okay? That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't necessarily end like Stephen King's Misery, but it's the same as that. Now you look like my videos in my room red. In your red room, you sicko. But yeah, I would give this movie a 9 out of 10. It was very high rating. It deserved a 9 out of 10. So, I like how it played out. That's all I'm going to say. But just excellent movie. But once again, in this girl's situation, compared to Halle Berry's character in Gothica. See, her point was that she worked for this place, this mental institute / prison, and then she ended up in the other side, and you don't know why. Which, of course, in early on in the movie, you find out why she's in there. But in this particular case, this girl, she suffered a tragedy. She's a victim. She's messed up from it, and she just wants a little help. She doesn't need admitted. She doesn't need, none of that BS. She doesn't need sedated. She doesn't need nothing like that. She just wanted someone to talk to, and then boom, she ended up hospitalized.
Penetrated. Fucked.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that in itself was really scary. But the whole being stalked thing is scary as well. And we've discussed this in earlier episodes of the horror vlog. That being stalked is a highly scary thing. For sure. But before we move on to the third and final movie of this beautiful horror vlog, how have you guys been? Have you guys done anything horror related? Any certain movies that you had watched that you thought was real good? Have you guys got anything new to your collection for horror stuff? Me personally, I haven't really bought anything kind of new as far as like figures or anything like that. Let me bring it to a normal mode. I will show you the one new thing I did get. Also, guys, say rest in peace to the horror pajamas. These are my DC Comics pajamas. My horror pajamas, ripped. There's no saving them. And I doubt I'll ever find another pair of horror pajamas ever. So, rest in peace, horror pajamas. This is the only kind of new thing that I have. Yeah, I know, I'm crying as well. It's bad. So sad. I ended up losing everything I had. I'm just kidding. I wanted the Hannah movie. It was good. Oh, the Possession of Hannah Grace. Yeah, it was good. Watch my this past horror vlog to see my review on that one. But yeah, this is the newest to my Friday the 13th figure collection, NECA figure collection. It's the part 2 Jason. Really, really nice. You can actually get this figure relatively cheap on Amazon now. Um, it was like up in the 30s, but it went down to like 26 bucks. I think I actually was able to get this for 24. It had like a extra deal or something on it, but it took it down to 24. So I was like, okay, I'll get it. But yeah, I like the head of the mom and all that stuff. There is a statue figure that I'm very jealous at Alexis's brother. I'm very jealous of him because he has really nice Friday the 13th collection. Especially his real big Jason figure. I want it so bad. Did something fell behind you? I saw something black falling behind me. Maybe it was a ghost. Huh? Oh, you're close. Maybe it was Satan. Or some lingerie. Or Satan's lingerie. You smelled some more stuff from your magazine? But yeah, look at the cover of this though. Ain't that a really cool cover to the box? But yeah, did you guys get anything new or anything to add to your horror collection? Alright. And now, for the third and final movie of the horror vlog, it is a movie called The Ward. And not L. Manuel Levi Ward. It's called The Ward, okay? This movie is different than the other two because right off the bat, the person is already inside the insane place. It is a main character named Kristen. She burns down this building and gets arrested by the cops. Well, she's inside this mental institute. And she's there. She meets all these different people, these different girls. One's like a real slutty girl. One girl has like the mind of a child. One's pretty smart. There's just different kind of people. But the main character, she gets attacked in the night by this ghost-looking person. And, of course, when she tells the doctors it, they sedate her and, don't believe her. She cuckoo-cachoo. So they don't believe her. And this thing starts attacking the others. And it ends up killing the prostitute. It ends up killing one other. But as the movie progresses, you learn that this entity, this thing that they're seeing, was actually a person, and a person that was in the mental hospital who was a victim in herself. But this movie is chock full of plot twists. Every 5 seconds, it's a plot twist. Me describing this to you guys is a plot twist. But you just gotta keep with the movie, and if you get, too confused during it, don't give up in midpoint. Just stick through it and watch the movie. Because the plot twist to the very end is really awesome. You can kind of see it coming, but in a way you can't. It was all in all a pretty good movie. Really good story. It definitely didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to turn out. But have you guys seen the movie Identity with John Cusack in it? If you have seen that movie, then you will know what I mean. But anyway, if you have not seen Identity, excellent movie. Excellent movie. Identity versus The Ward. If you've seen both of those movies, in your opinion, which one would win? Because me personally, out of those two movies, Identity takes the cake. Because that was pretty badass. Badass! So let's see what our good friends are saying. Which is just El Manuel. I forgot to tell you, I got the runs over the weekend. What? Oh, I got the Nun over the weekend. I thought you said I got the runs over the weekend. I was like, thanks. That's nice. I got that movie, The Ward, but I haven't watched it yet. Watch it. And don't quit halfway. Don't be like, well, this movie kind of sucks. And then turn it off. Watch the whole thing. But yeah, that's my movie reviews for the night. If you don't know what Identity is about, John Cusack goes to this location. It's raining. His car breaks down. And he has to stay at this one place. It's like a hotel, or I think it was a hotel. It's been a while since I've seen it. But he ends up meeting all these different people. They have to stay at the place too because it's just raining so hard. And there's a killer on the loose, naturally. And it's picking them off, and let's just say the big plot twist to it was absolutely incredible. I watched it with my brother, so he remembers that one. What about the movie on The Uninvited? The Uninvited was also put into that kind of category as well, because The Uninvited is about a girl who is inside this insane asylum. You don't really understand why she's in there right off the bat, but she gets released to go visit her family. And she meets her dad, her sister's there, but all of a sudden this woman, this new woman that her dad is seeing, because I think her mom had passed away. Either she passed away or her mom was still alive. I think her mom was still alive. She was just really, really sick. Like, she had to stay in a building. She couldn't get out of bed, nothing like that. But her dad hires this other woman to help. But the dad starts having feelings for the woman and stuff like that. So that's what it means by The Uninvited. But it has such a big plot twist to it. It is fantastic. I absolutely loved it. It's on Netflix if you guys haven't seen it. They just put it back up on Netflix. Just excellent movie. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I plan on seeing the movie Us when it comes out. It looks incredible. I do plan on watching the movie He's Out There. That looks fantastic. I think it's on Netflix. If you guys have not seen it, I watched a trailer to it. Intense.
Oh,
Plus, it also has just a lot of creepy images in that movie. Yeah, it's called He's Out There. A buddy of mine at work told me it was a great movie, so I'm definitely gonna watch it. So I'm gonna probably take at least 2 weeks off that I know of. So I'm gonna go on hiatus. I'm gonna make a video leading up to Sunday. After I upload the final videos on Sunday, I'm not going to do anything for a couple of weeks. That way I can just be able to relax. I can be able to do the things I need to do. And I can be able to set up videos better for my channel. And actually probably get a program going. But yeah, don't start unsubscribing and, oh, it's going downhill from here. But thank you guys so much for joining the horror vlog today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a good episode for you guys. Hope you liked the reviews. It was all good movies. Like, I didn't review a single crappy movie. Like, every movie that we've seen up so far was really good. Not horror related, but if you want a good movie that's also pretty intense, watch a movie called Fracture with Anthony Hopkins. That's pretty intense. It's about a guy, Anthony Hopkins' character. He shoots his wife and kills her. Tells the cops that he killed her. They even have the gun and everything. He still gets out of murder. No, that didn't spoil nothing either. Like, it's a full movie. Just watch it. It's called Fracture. Really good. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the horror vlog. And I guess